This episode is delivered and presented by runners for runners and is for your easy pace runs. Welcome to Runversation, a conversational pace running podcast and a movement for everyday runners. Hi, I'm Rochelle and this is my co-host Kate. And hello to you, the runners tuning in.
Hi Nick.
What's happening, Matt?
Oh, not a lot. Just looking forward to today's Runversation podcast.
I know
where we're welcomed. Sorry.
Lucky Rochelle and I are getting invited to this podcast.
Yes, they are. So we'd like to welcome Rochelle and Kate. Welcome to Runversation, a conversational running podcast for your easy pace runs. Welcome, girls. Great to have you on board.
Thank you, Matt. Now let me steal the show back from you.
Okay, it's all yours. Take it away.
Yeah. All right. Today we're going to be talking about two different topics, if we have enough time. Our first topic is going to be, where on earth do you put your gels, keys, phone, water while you're running? Because we carry so much these days. How? Yeah. And our next topic, if we get to it, will be on our back and core strength.
Woohoo. Totally going to have some little miles of insight nerd outs if we got time.
Exactly. So, Matt, we start off every episode asking each other, what did we see on our run this week? What did you see?
What did I see? I'm actually a bit of a animal and reptile counting nerd when I go for my runs. So it's been a really eventful, action-packed week for me. I've actually seen, last night on my 2.5-hour run up the trails, I saw 6 kangaroos.
Oh.
And the other night I actually saw 2 bobtail goannas. And probably the most, it was actually a bit scary actually. I saw a dugite snake on the side of the footpath, and I saw it at the last minute. So I've actually, I'm running along the footpath, saw it out of the corner of my eye, jumped out into the middle of the road, nearly got hit by a car, kept running, turned around, came back. The snake was still in the same spot because I did an out and back. And I thought, that's a bit weird. Told the boys about my dugite sighting. Next day, took the boys there, and the snake was still there. So it was actually dead.
Oh, yeah. Dugite revolts me. Snakes are just the most terrifying things in the world.
They're gross. Yeah. Horrible. So, a bit of an action-packed week for me.
That's exciting. I feel like we should have put you last because now everything is going to be anticlimactic after. Should we just stop there?
Yeah, don't even ask me.
What did you see, Nick? I want to know.
Well, your answer, Matt, is the reason why when you grow up in the UK and then come to Australia, you would not run outside in Australia. It's we get told that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to come across all sorts of wildlife that's going to try and kill you. So I, like you, do a fair bit of work on the treadmill. And I actually said to Kate, I was like, did I even run outside last week? And I did. I did one run outside, but the rest of them...
well done.
So most of what I saw was YouTube videos of a totally random collection of things. A lot of it, I'm a soccer fan, so a lot of it is soccer related for my team Chelsea, for better or worse. And then generally speaking, when I'm doing any intervals or harder efforts, then I'll kind of put on some tunes and some songs and kind of cycle through those. So probably very dull compared to what most see.
But safer.
But yeah.
A lot safer.
Safer. No, although it did crawl into our garage last week, didn't it?
Oh yes, we were. Yeah. We were working, and we had someone there, and we both thought it was a snake.
Yeah.
So
it's like
a baby
minuscule,
snake,
but it had feet.
I immediately
like a skunk or something.
Left our poor patient for dead. I jumped up and ran off. I was like, see you, Nick. See you, nice person.
Yeah, it looked very snake-like, but no, it had feet. So as soon as we saw feet, we chilled out.
Yeah. You don't have time to pause and search in depth for feet, isn't it? But yeah.
What did you see, Kate?
Well, I saw 4 tourists sharing one e-scooter.
I like that. That's good.
And they didn't look like the type that could steer it very well either, so they were going everywhere. And I think they were just a bit stingy to buy 4 or, hire 4 of them because, you could just like get them, I think, tap your card and then like
Yeah.
go. But there was 4 on
Were they
one.
adults?
Adults, 4 grown adults.
What?
And
I remember when we came down to Bustleton last year for the Bay Run, one of my clients and Matt, after celebrating a little too hard, decided that it was a really clever idea to try and ride a scooter. And it's the funniest thing that I've ever seen, that they couldn't work it out. They ended up running off into
Still trying to work out how to turn it on. Just still don't know. It's still in the same spot.
Maybe this was their issue. Only one of them could have worked it out. So the other 3 were like, all right, on we hop.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I like that.
What about you, Rochelle?
I didn't really have anything too much that I saw this week. I ran up the trails on Sunday and it was eerily quiet for a Sunday morning. I was in search of my bluebird, and the closest that I got to my bluebird was a bird with a slight blue tail. So I was a little bit disappointed. I didn't actually have a whole lot of a wildlife experience at all this week.
I saw it all. It was
Yeah, you stole the show
I
this
had
week.
enough of
Matt
all
stole
of
the
us.
show.
I had
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. No, I was really disappointed. I started researching all these bluebirds as well, and I literally didn't see like a single one other than a little tail.
That is disappointing.
Yeah.
Well, if anyone's, wondering what are these 2 men doing, we should probably also, if we have a new listener, this is Matt and Nick. That Matt is Rochelle's husband, Nick is my husband. If you're a long time listener, you'd have heard everything about these 2 in almost every episode. They tend to get featured without actually being on the podcast, but here they are today. Matt even, starting it off for us. But the reason we have the boys today is because we have male listeners as well. So this episode is for everybody, but Rochelle and I, obviously being females, we're more going to talk about the running gear for women. But we've got Matt and Nick to fill us in on running gear choices for men. And actually, before we delve into this, Rochelle, would you like to share that we have an exciting sponsor for this week's episode?
Yes. So today's episode is sponsored by To A New Vision. It's a sunglass brand. They do flotating sunglasses. Matt's probably the better one to do this, actually.
Oh, this is why we have him. Flotating. Is flotating a word?
Flotation. They float on salt water. So, awesome for whether you're going out for your runs or you're just literally going out for a nice Sunday afternoon out on the boat or something like that. And if you drop them overboard, you're not going to lose them. So
we have definitely done that in the
oh my
ocean
gosh, do you
before.
remember?
Yeah.
I had a really nice pair of sunnies. I lost them in the ocean. And this immediately made me think of rowing. Like, these would have been handy in my rowing days. Oh, wow.
So To A New have kindly given us some sunglasses over the time that we have together to give away some free ones, which we are going to be doing at the Bustleton Bay Shakeout Run that we have next year in February.
very cool.
Yeah, so that's exciting. So everybody stay tuned on that. We're going to have a little conversation run going on there where you can win some of these sunglasses. So thank you To A New. And the rest of this, I have no clothing sponsors. I used to get gifted some nice clothing, so I'm going to have, and I like their clothes, but otherwise I have a completely unbiased viewpoint in this episode. And are you the same, Nick?
Absolutely, very unbiased. I'll give
Me
you
too.
my
Honest.
thoughts. I've got some old things.
Give me your thoughts. And by the way, I can smell Nick's clothes just sitting here.
No, you
this
can't.
morning. No, I can't.
You just think that
They're
sounds
just so
good.
old.
You cannot- They smell amazing. You
Fresh
just-
as a daisy, right?
They look
Yeah.
very sunscreeny.
Okay, they look old. I'll give you that, but they smell.
But smell new. Yeah.
All right, well, do you want to take us away, Nick, with your thoughts on, we're talking about what's actually useful for running, because let me go this tiny little vent before you start. I am so sick of brands advertising running clothes and they are not made for running. Their marketing team is on point selling them to runners, so you buy them and then you put them on and you think this is not running clothes. This is stitching's in the wrong places. This phone pocket ain't a phone pocket. All these things are all wrong. So we're going to try and be like, this is what we need in running clothes. So Nick, tell me, what do you look for in your running clothes? What's worked for you?
Okay, all right. So I probably stick to the major brands, running brands, when it comes to running clothes. So your Nike, Adidas, New Balance. Those are probably the type of clothes that I would typically find myself buying. And I am quite thrifty on a day-to-day basis, but when it comes to running clothes, generally, I don't mind spending a bit more because, and I'll show you why, I generally get a lot of life out of my clothes. So my favourite pair of shorts, my favourite singlet that I've got. So I'll pick up the singlet first and show the camera. So this is my favourite Adidas run singlet. Now, it should be white. It was obviously a bit of an off colour at the moment. So this is well worn, and you can't obviously tell very well on screen, but it's super, super thin fabric, extremely breathable, just a really nice cut. The stitches are, what do you call that, like flat stitching? Or...
There is a seam, but it is very flat.
It's just so nice to wear and super comfortable, and probably would have been, not super expensive when I bought it. I don't know exactly when I did buy it, but I know that I've got photos of me wearing it in 2013.
I've seen that singlet before.
2013.
This is
12 years ago, Nick.
Yeah. So
What?
even if it cost me as much as like
It's older than our dog.
$80 at the time, the amount of times I've worn it would probably be scary. So I get really good value out of stuff.
I was trying to look for the actual thing so people could know what it is, but
it's an Adizero one, which is like, I guess they're higher end stuff. But
I'm sure the technology's changed since you purchased it.
probably there's probably great run singlets out there. I'm just not experiencing them. But anyway, I can't throw this away. Like, as much as anything, like, it's quite nostalgic to me now. But it's actually super comfortable. So I'd happily.
Cool.
Wait, I actually did wear that, I think, in Abu Dhabi Marathon.
You did, I was literally just
I wore
thinking.
it last year for the
So
Abu Dhabi
I
Marathon.
kid you not, I remember picking so meticulously what I was going to wear. And then it was like, I was like, what are you going to wear? And she's like, this. And it's like that singlet. And I'm like, why did I even bother asking? Yes.
Love it.
But essentially, I've got obviously lots of other run singlets that I do wear. And I would always just choose something that's really light and breathable, that doesn't hold moisture.
So why would you pick this over all your other run singlets? What is this one's point?
When it comes to racing, it's probably the lightest material that I have. So both in terms of just feeling lightweight wearing it, and then in terms of holding moisture and wicking it away, it's probably the best one that I have.
Okay.
So for me, it's really the comfort, and that's kind of like race type feel that it gives me. It makes me feel fast even when I'm not fast. So
everyone likes that.
That's why
Fair point.
I choose that one. And I'm someone, I don't know about you, Matt, but I really don't like running in t-shirts or like sleeve shirts. For me, it's like, it's a psychological thing maybe as much as anything, but I can't do an interval session if I'm wearing a sleeve t-shirt.
I'm exactly the same. Funny you say that. We were actually watching the New York Marathon last night, and I don't know if you guys saw it, but Eliud Kipchoge was wearing a new long sleeve Nike shirt.
Which just looked very
It
uncomfortable.
just looks so uncomfortable for him. Obviously, he'd no doubt been training and that.
Stuff, but
Yeah, had cutouts on the elbows and that sort of thing. But yeah, for me, I'm the same. It has to be a singlet. Otherwise, I just don't feel right. Yeah.
Like, I know you've done some cold races as well, and like presumably you would think in theory that like a sleeve t-shirt would keep you a bit warmer, but yeah, even in a cold race, you wouldn't go for a sleeve top.
Not a sleeve top. The only thing I would wear is the sleeve compressions, like the socks type thing, the arm warmers. But definitely not a long sleeve shirt for sure. It has to be a singlet, a lightweight singlet.
Yeah. So we're on board there.
Matt, Nick, I have a question for you. If the temperature was right, okay, as in it wasn't freezing cold, and it was socially acceptable to do every run shirtless, would you do that?
Yes.
A lot of the time, I would say. Yeah. When we were in Seychelles, I almost didn't wear a shirt.
Yeah. Everyone.
Yeah.
Probably not the best view for everyone because I'm really white. So I'm not like you guys that just literally goes brown in 2 minutes out in the sun and you've like got this massive tan. I blind everyone, hence why you need to wear sunglasses around me. But
we need them to wear new sunnies. Oh,
that's right. Exactly.
That's it.
Love it. And what other piece of clothing do you have here, Nick?
All right, so onto the shorts now. And these are one of my favourite pairs of shorts, but for training. But unfortunately, these are on their way out. And so, okay, here we go. So here's another pair of shorts that I've got. And you can see there used to be a Nike tick there. It's kind of worn away over the years. These are
Is that a
only
hole?
A split
yeah.
shorts with an extra
Got some
air
extra
vent.
ventilation going on here. These are probably actually quite new. They're only about 5 years old, so they should be good. But the waistband, unfortunately, is like it's just stretched out, and so these are on their way out. But just a nice pair of running shorts.
So I'm hearing that Adidas has greater longevity than Nike.
Apparently.
I like those because they're nice and ventilated and airy, and they're a nice length. Some shorts, like I've got lots of shorts. And I
Very clarified for running.
For running, right?
casual. And I can get around short running shorts for sessions, no problem at all. But I only like to wear the short ones, generally speaking, for like higher intensity intervals rather than the casual runs so much.
Yeah.
So like a slightly longer inseam length, like I don't know what those are, they may be like 5-7 inches, something like that, inseam length, something like that I think is comfortable for just like all day steady, easy endurance runs. So that's what I would often choose. But I did, for the last marathon we did, splurge and buy a new pair of running tights, which was my first ever pair of running tights.
I like it.
Yeah, at the age of 36 or whatever it was. And I must say, they were awesome. And I probably bought them because I'd seen so many people running and racing in tights. And I never really kind of got it, but I got a brand, and I think it's a Danish brand called, I don't even know how you pronounce it, Saski. And anyway, it's a European brand, and the quality was super nice. So they were just knee-length run tights, but they had some nice pockets at the side, which I think they advertised as being for your phone, but they were great for gels. And I had a zip pocket at the back, which also I could fit a few gels in. Super comfortable, and love them. So I am now a bit of a convert, certainly if it comes to racing, to go to run tights. Like I would definitely go with those again.
Why don't you wear them in training?
Well, I kind of want to keep them nice for racing now.
They've got to last a few years, Kate, or like decades.
That's how
The
you
last 13 years at least.
Yeah. And there is like, you get to a point, or at least I get to a point where I'm like, okay, this is now transitioning from my race day only stuff to my training stuff, and then I don't mind it so much. But I love them, and I guess like I know Matt, when we used to train together years ago, like I remember you wearing tights quite often, so you obviously discovered those long before me.
Well, this might be a good segue into what Matt is running in, because he's got a pair sitting on the counter here.
I do. So you are right, Nick. I'm a bit of a definitely a compression skins person. These are leaning. You hold them, thanks. So I actually got sent 3 pairs of these from Leaning a couple of months ago, and I just love them. They're actually super lightweight. This is going to sound probably a little bit out there. You don't need to wear any underwear underneath.
I was going to ask that.
So
I was going to ask that exact question.
I thought it's
the lining. Yeah, so the lining inside, this lining here.
It's very...
It's just makes things sit
it's got
nice and
inbuilt undies in it type thing. Like
it does.
lining?
Yes.
Oh,
so everything just sits nice and tight.
Women's ones like that.
Well, I was going to say, I didn't mention this before, but I thought, and correct me if I'm wrong, Matt, for guys at least, running without undies, it's just a given, isn't it? Like, I'm not sure if there's many people who do run with undies as well. Like, so many shorts just have that built-in liner.
Yeah,
but not half, or not...
Not all of them have, not all the tights have that inner lining. So a lot of the tights, like the Nikes and that I've sort of worn in the past, don't.
And Asics.
And Asics don't either. So these, just have that really good lining. So that's a bonus. A bit like you as well. They've got these awesome side pockets, and they're deep. So you know some of the gels that are quite long, Vicks, and that are quite sort of long in length. You can fit 2 or 3 gels in each pocket on each side. And then they've also got a super large pocket at the back as well. So good for phones or a few more gels. And nice little drawstring at the front. But for me, they just sit perfectly. They're not heavy. I literally run in these as much as I can. I train in them. I do all my long runs in them, all my sessions. Probably the only time I wouldn't wear a pair of these if I'm doing just an easy 30-minute jog or something like that. I'll wear a pair of shorts. but other than that, yeah, these are my go-to. And you're right, I've been wearing these for a number of years. So
I might
definitely good for guys.
be adding a pair of those to Nick's Christmas list. There's your
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
it's funny. So when we were over on the Gold Coast, we were staying at the QT where Lululemon had their pop-up shop. And they had some really cool men's half tights that were very similar, lots of pockets. But they're just so hard to get hold of. Like, we went shopping to get a pair and like your size was just completely sold out Australia wide. So in terms of like looking for products, you might have something that you really want, but you have to be a bit flexible in like the brands, because a lot of the time those real high-end popular brands that are marketed well tend to not have the stock available. So
I think for me, it's the pockets are a big one for endurance running, right? Like, so it's having those pockets. I've always found it really hard to find in the skins, in the compression skins or shorts. So normally there's only that one little pocket that might fit your car key or something like that, but that's about it. So yeah, these are obviously, I think they've really improved the men's compression skins in a big way, offering those deep pockets in multiple areas. So yeah, very cool.
They sound very good. Nice. And
what about you, Kate? Have you got any pants or shorts that you like to run in?
Oh, okay. Well, yes, I do.
Yes. Kate's, you should put a screenshot of your wardrobe up on the screen. Kate's got a very neatly organised, very large section of wardrobe that is dedicated entirely to sports clothes.
And you get the floor knit, right?
I got a sliver of wardrobe.
I hang them up beautifully, so you can see my wooden hangers here, for example. They're all like this. It's colour coordinated, matching kits, everything. I am obsessed with sports clothes.
Yeah.
Like a lot of girls are dresses, heels. I've got one pair of heels. And everything else is just sports clothes because I wear it all day, every day.
Yeah.
So
We're Sporty Spice.
I have exactly Sporty Spice. I love it.
Sporty Spice.
So it's exactly like I have been through so many pairs of shorts, like Nick will confirm. And my biggest pet hate with running shorts for women is they have pockets, but the pockets are useless. So most pockets you can fit a key, okay, but you can't fit an iPhone properly in a lot of them. So you put it on the side, but then you run and it can just pull down, like it's just too heavy. Or the pocket, if you've got loose shorts, you run, you put the phone in, and then it just is again like heavy and kind of really uncomfortable. So that's kind of my pet hate when it comes to shorts. I don't know if this is just a me thing, but I find if I wear any pair of shorts that's tight enough to keep the phone stable, it's too uncomfortable in a long run because it's too much compression over my tummy, because of the women's shorts, most of them are high-waisted now. So I don't like that one for lack of breathability. So because, you know, the more air exposure, the better. So like what you two were saying about your singlets or being running shirtless, like it's better for everybody to actually have skin exposed because you sweat and it gets wicked away. That's how we cool down. So really high-waisted shorts, actually a little bit more detrimental to airflow to the gut. But then, yeah, if I wear shorts that are tight enough that my phone stays in place, after like an hour and a half, I'm starting to get a tummy ache because it's just too tight and I'm wanting to pull it down. So for me, I feel like I have to have a trade-off of, do I go tight and have pockets that work, or do I go loose and be more comfortable and just put my stuff elsewhere? So I generally go for longer runs, loose and more comfortable, put my stuff elsewhere. So my most comfortable go-to pair of shorts, oh, they're inside out. It's because they look the same in as they do out, is actually these. And this is not even a running brand, okay? Look, they have a running section on their website, but they're not. But these are Muscle Republic version 2 Luxe shorts. Now, full disclaimer, no side pockets, okay, so downfall, but again, that's the trade-off I chose. No front seam for the win, because no one really likes a front seam, and the band is looser, so if you want to pull it down, you can. I actually saw they just released a line where they're high-waisted, but you can fold the band over, so you can bring it down, and I was like, oh, genius. So that will be added to my cart on Black Friday sales. But they do have a inside pocket. So I'm pulling the band down now, and there's this pocket here, which is big enough to fit multiple gels and a car key.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a pretty good trade-off. And then the rest, I just accept that I have to
carry elsewhere.
But they are my go-to pair of long run tights. These are the most comfortable ones that I feel like have a bit of a trade-off, but yeah, they're my go-to.
So funny.
The colour.
It's funny you bring up that brand. I was literally on their website last night. I've never owned anything from like them before because not necessarily a running company, but by the looks of what they've got, there's some good running clothes on there.
They do have some really nice stuff. Actually, all of their stuff that I've got of theirs is really, really good. My other go-to if I want a looser pair of run shorts is the LNDR Pro Short because they're just a bit looser and they're a good length and they're pretty comfortable. But I do generally like the tighter ones because I feel like sometimes with looser shorts, if they're too loose, like, and you get hot and sweaty, the stitching can kind of chafe a little bit.
Yeah.
What about you, Rochelle? What's your go-to pair?
So I have several pairs of these because I really enjoy wearing them. So they are a little bit on the thicker side, but I don't mind that. It doesn't mean that they're tight though. They actually have a drawstring. So these are the Nike Swift shorts. And they're not a super long short. They're probably in between a hot short, like hot mini short, and the
Like
sort
a
of mumlet.
maybe.
Yeah. But what I really like about it is the pocket that's on the back. One, it has a zip, but this actually fits my iPhone in it.
That's good. When you run, does it bounce?
No. So these are super comfortable, and I've also got the pockets on the side. So this is where I put my gels and my 250ml water flask when I go up on the trails. I've got two big pockets and the back pocket. But it might not sound like it's got a lot, but for what I need, it's perfect. I've also got a sports bra.
Tell me.
That holds a lot of things in it. So this used to hold my phone on a Sunday long run, but now this holds my phone. So that back pocket.
I need this bra because I need it with those shorts. So tell me
This
more.
is that WYN brand.
Oh, Win. That's how you pronounce it?
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah. And I got onto this brand because a few months back, my old Nike bra that I've got is kind of like not doing it anymore. And so I needed to research. I put it on my Instagram and people just went crazy. But this is the back. And as you can see, it's a little bit more covered with the fabric.
Yeah.
But there's a pocket here.
That's genius.
And the pocket is so
Wow.
a sock that goes inside.
Yep.
And that is big enough to hold my iPhone. What have we got? 16s?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the big one, like your one because you're blind.
Yes.
That side.
Yes.
But on the front,
Let's talk about me.
in the front, you've also got pockets for your gels.
Wow.
So there's like they don't come with, or they do come with padding, but I remove it. But you've got like pockets here.
Wow.
Got two pockets there, so you can hold probably 4 gels in the front and a phone in the back. So if you were racing and you were wearing shorts that were like designed for no pockets,
Yeah.
or like a sports brief, like a running brief,
Yeah.
this would be a really good alternative.
I don't know why more brands don't do this. So I was looking up after our chat last week, Rochelle, like sports bras with pockets on some that have pockets.
Yeah.
And they look really, really nice.
Yeah.
Brooks have some that have a pocket.
Yes.
And then I looked it up, right? And I was like, Adidas. And I looked at it. I was like, I have that sports bra, right? The one that they advertise with it. So amongst all my other sports bras. So put it on, put my phone in the front pocket, ran, I kid you not, not even 5 meters, 5 steps, and my phone went bonk and fell out.
Yeah. So that's what I really like about this one, because it's like tucked inside another pocket.
Yeah. And do you feel it at all when you run?
No, so when I purchased this, I also purchased another sort of like long racing crop that they do with an inbuilt phone holder. The fit of that didn't match the fit of this. So I sent that other one back. There was also, Adidas did have some. And Bandit also do them as well.
Okay.
And there is another Australian brand, and I will have to probably text it to you later, They do it. But it's like with the men's tights, a lot of these websites advertise them, but then when you go to purchase them, there's just no size run left.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a bit hit and miss in what you can get out there on the market. I know that Lululemon do one as well, and it's one of those bras where you can only buy online, so you can't really try before you buy.
Yeah.
And yeah, that Brooks one, that I think it's called like Drive.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Again, had a look at that one, but there was just no stock available.
My workaround at the moment of this is I bought this for when we were in Seychelles actually, and this is what I think I was telling you about last episode, Rochelle, when I said my high vis, it's not high vis, my reflective running vest that Nick makes fun of me when I put this on. He's like, you look like such a loser. I'm like,
I said it
whatever.
once.
I think it's every time I walk out with it on, he's like,
bite my tongue now. Yeah.
But I put this on and it has a front pocket and I put my phone in, doesn't budge, and I don't even feel like I'm wearing it.
Yeah.
Like I'm wearing it. And I looked up the brand. I should have got it and bought it in, but I believe it's Speight, Speight. And I just got it from Amazon and I was like, this is not gonna work. I doubt it. But it was like, I don't know, $40 or $50, and it doesn't move. It does not move. I don't even have it tight around me, and it's pretty incredible. So if you say like your sports bra that has the phone pocket is in the wash, like this is a really good alternative, plus the safety component there. So that I would definitely recommend. And this one, I don't know if Nick and Matt can relate to this, but in terms of running, I also find that some sports bras just have so much padding for running.
Yeah.
And I don't have a lot on my chest. I would be like a smaller runner. And sometimes I've got sports bras and think, what on earth is that? Or it's just excessive padding. So I actually find in terms of support, if I go, because I don't have a lot there, if I go for a really supportive bra, all it does is constricts me. And there's actually research that shows that in women who have a sports bra that's too tight, it can decrease running economy. And I think it's by like up to 8% because your ribcage can't expand.
Yeah.
So it's crazy the importance of getting a good fitting bra. So I actually have two things here that I wear, and this is actually the blue equivalent to what I wore for Abu Dhabi Marathon. And I was very meticulous in what I chose for that. And it is, believe it or not, the Muscle Republic brand again. This isn't even a running crop, okay, but I like it because it is a crop and it has airflow. So if you pull your shorts down, you'll get airflow.
That's a good length.
An inbuilt bra. Now, I think if you were a bigger chested person, the inbuilt bra support probably wouldn't be enough. But for me, it was more than enough, and it enabled me to breathe freely the whole time. The whole time I didn't feel constricted at all. And what I actually just did, because I wore looser shorts, was I just put the gels in this top. There's no pocket.
Perfect.
But I just put them in. Got totally chafed up because obviously I was running with gels and it was hot. But it held them in place well. I just had to deal with the chafing later. And this was by far and away one of the most comfortable running tops I've ever worn. And Elendia do their own version of it as well, which is also super comfortable and has a crossback for people who like.
Yeah.
So this one is called the Femme Fatale long line bra. So that one is also really good, but that is tighter. So this would be better for someone who needs more support. I would say go with the LNDR one, but
that's got the inbuilt bra.
It has an inbuilt bra, yes. So it is literally a bra with like just a little bit more support kind of thing. A little bit more like it's a bra that's made it look like a crop singlet.
Yeah, nice.
And that one's really nice as well. But I highly recommend for marathons if you don't have a lot. The Muscle Republic one was fantastic.
I have to have a look at that. I'm just online now, and the brand that I was trying to think of is called Strike Fit.
Strike Fit, okay.
Yeah, so STRYKE Fit. And they're an Australian brand, so they're local. But again, it was a stock supply that stopped me from purchasing it from them. But they've got a fit crop with a foam back. So
Nice.
sort of similar, yeah, to what you've got.
And I look into that. And one other thing I wanted to touch on when it comes to clothing, because I feel like we spend so much money on clothing and shoes and everything else, socks. I feel like this is always an afterthought for a lot
Yeah.
of people. I am so pedantic when it comes to socks. I'm one of those runners that, like, if you give me the tiniest bit of cushioning around the forefoot, I'm like, nope. I need the most minimalist, thinnest, lighter sock.
Yeah.
Like your singlets. I need that with socks.
Yeah.
My go-tos are actually the Lulu, their run socks that has no
Yep.
cushioning. But I feel like the quality, they wear out very quickly. They're like a sock, but I just go through them and through them so quickly. And what have I got on at the moment? Swiftwick. You got me into them. They're good. They're very
Yeah,
good.
right.
Yeah.
Working in the footwear industry for, I don't know, however many years that I did, socks was something that was like always front of mind, because you buy a new pair of shoes, you should buy a new pair of socks. And it can get really confusing because there's just so many different brands out there, and there's like bamboo socks, and then there's like cotton socks and wool socks and all these different types of socks. I always used to talk to the customer about like socks and the ones that we had in store to offer, but at the end of the day, it's still what the customer prefers. So like you prefer a really thin sock, and there's no wrong or right answer here. Like that's just what you prefer. But for myself, back when I first started running marathons, I really liked a thick cushion sock. So I used to run in like the Beleaguer Hidden Comfort ones, and they had a little tab on the back. As time's gone on, I now like to wear the LSKD socks, or I don't even really know if I have a preference anymore. It's kind of just whatever I pull out of the drawer and matches my shoes. But as long as they've got a moisture wicking sort of agent within them, that tends to be what I go for. And I know Matt really likes to wear the Beleaguer socks as well.
Yeah, I like the Beleaguers. They've actually, I think they're made out of like a mohair. You know, mohair, like the fiber. It's called. I think it's called.
Yeah,
I think it's
mohair,
called
right.
mohair. Yeah. And because obviously blisters and that sort of thing, are huge with running. So yeah, like definitely the Beleaguers for me. And the sort of the quarter socks. I don't like the ankle socks. They slip down.
Yeah.
They have to be nice and high. So Beleaguers definitely my.
Is there
my
like
choice.
a model within their range that you like?
Yeah, I think it's pretty sure it's just they're called just
The silver socks?
the silver blister
resistant
ones or something like that. Yeah.
That's
So
a bold claim. Blister resistant. I've got to get some of those.
Yeah.
yeah.
When they first came out, I remember like the rep was talking about like this whole silver like technology and blister resistant.
Yeah.
And if you got a blister, you could like send them back.
Really?
I think they've now taken that off their website because obviously the brand's evolved and it's a lot bigger than what it was, 15, 20 years ago. But and the silver part is supposed to reduce the smell and the sweat.
Yeah, so they're actually called the unisex blister resistant quarter socks.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is cool.
What's your go-tos?
Well, unlike Rochelle, I don't have too much thinking to do because all mine are exactly the same. They're just black or white.
Same pair from 13 years ago, Nick.
Well, actually, so socks, like I guess every runner, socks wear probably quite quickly. I wear mine until the holes at the end of them just get too much for me to handle, and then I'll buy new ones. But they're all that Swiftwick brand. And just like you, Matt, like I prefer like a quarter length or slightly longer length. I don't want to be dealing with like the socks slipping down the hill or anything like that. And the Swiftwick ones that I like are quite thin, I would say. For me, there is nothing that feels as good as a brand new sock. Like that is so nice. And so I definitely, for an important race, would have a race sock that is as close to brand new as possible, like maybe one or two wears. And then just obviously, all the training socks, they can go in the dryer and stuff as normal. But like the race pair, I'll keep really, really nice. It just feels good on race morning, like to put on a brand new fresh pair of socks.
I agree.
Great.
Yeah.
Socks are something that's gone, like, I feel like out of control on social media and brands and stuff. So I've two funny stories. I saw one brand that was advertising like if you wear these socks, you will no longer get shin splints and you will run 150% faster. And it showed this graph of like you not wearing the socks and then you wearing the socks. And it was like the pace. Do you remember? I think I showed you.
I
Did I
don't.
show you?
That's
don't
just like a
Yeah.
lawsuit waiting to happen.
So you talk about bold statements,
Here
right?
I am being like meticulous about every single thing I put on one Instagram carousel slide, and there's this brand doing this, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And then I had another brand reach out to me on Instagram, and they're like, hi, blah, blah, blah. We'd like to send you a pair of socks, you know, and if you like them, create some content or whatever for us. So I said, oh, okay. And they were claiming these crazy things about these socks. So I replied and I said, before you send anything, would you mind please sending me some of the research that you've used to produce your socks? Like what's the foundation of why you've created these socks? And could you please send me a bit of the research? They've just left me on red and haven't responded. So I wanted to reply and be like, I'll take that as a no then. And, but I was just like, mate, you can't do these bold claims. And then if someone asks for where these stem from, just ghost them or like just stop, ignore that.
There's always one client that'll like
that will ask.
stuff it up for you if you're putting bold things out there. So
I know I'm not going to be that person because I don't ever feel like publicly poo-poo it. That's why I'm not saying these brands' names because each to their own, right? And look, if you feel like these things work for you, well, fantastic. Like, good on you.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for the people who then buy these things thinking they're going to fix their shin splints or they're going to help speed up their recovery and they're not.
Yeah.
That's what I have an issue with some of these. And I'm like, what on earth? But yeah, I feel like everything in running is going that way, isn't it?
yeah. No, and then another thing that is also becoming quite hard to navigate as well is the whole eyewear.
Yes.
There's so many brands out there that claiming that they've got polarized lenses, you know, true optic lenses, scratch lenses, all this sort of stuff. And then you purchase them because they're the cheaper version and you end up either sending them back 2 days later or putting them in your drawer and forgetting about them. So do you have a personal pair of sunglasses that you like to wear?
Mine is always the ones that allow airflow. So that's the biggest thing for me. I've worn a pair before that, and where I sweat, my face gets really hot when I run. Like I'm terrible in the heat, and it's in particular my face. Rochelle, you remember me after Busso Half a couple of years ago, and I was like, red. My face is I'm not anyone listening, this is red. And so if I have glasses on and there's no airflow, I'll just sweat and they'll come off or they'll make me feel like I'm overheating even more. So my go-tos at the moment are the 2NU, are they the Venti Airs? Have I got that right? And the Pink Boss, because who doesn't like
Pink Boss
glasses? So they're my go-to at the moment. I actually use them for every run now. I just like the breathability of them and the colour and the style. And I'm looking terrible, you can't see in. So it's all good. It covers my eyes.
I'm also a fan of the pink. I've got mine here.
Nice.
If you look at my Instagram page, they're pretty much in every single photo that I post. But what I like about them, because I've got a really little head, I've got the fancies, but they've got like the flex foam. So like if you've got a wider face, you can like bend them out to like suit, or because like I've got a little head, you can really push them in and then they're not going to bounce and move around on my head. So that's why I go for these ones. But I do have the Ventis, but they're my more race day, like if I want to feel super fast. But these are like my go-to.
Very nice. I didn't know they had the flexi thing. I need to get those.
Yeah, and a lot of people are afraid to like move them, but they're not going to snap or anything. So
I got to rock
that's my go-to. And I know Matt also likes these as well, but not in the pink.
Maybe not those ones in the pink. I like the Venti Airs in the pink. I wore them for Sydney. Very cool. A bit like you, Kate. I sweat a fair bit as well. So, need something that's not going to, one, slip and bounce, and two, fog up. So definitely the Venti Airs, or like Rochelle, the 2NU Fancies are definitely my go-to. These they just don't bounce up and down. They just sit nice and tight. And they've actually got, talking about sort of the vision and that the metonic, it's called a metonic coating, which is why they're in terms of price, probably in the top end price range. But it's anti scratch. So you get more than, like some of the cheaper brands, you get, a few sort of wears out of them, and the first time you drop them or you put them in the drawer or in the car or whatever, they just scratch up. These last, there you go, Nick, years. So
Nick will put
same pair.
Up my alley.
We need to get Nick a pair. And you know what? This is actually true, because my pink ones, I could not tell you the amount of times that the boys have got my glasses and put them on their faces, and they still look like new. And I've had them for a little while now. So there you go. That must be it. But yes, baby, you can put these to the test. And when we've got our 500th episode, we'll revisit this. And you'll still have the same glasses.
Well,
Same glasses.
So we're very lucky as well that Two and you have also given our listeners a 20% discount code. So we will leave that in the show notes.
Amazing.
That's cool. I was going to say, I'm one of these runners, and I don't know if there's a lot of people like me, but I have to wear running sunglasses when I run. Like, even if it's wet and windy, cold, super cloudy, sunny, whatever it is, like, I really don't like running without any kind of glasses, because I just feel like the air just gets in my eyes and it's irritating. And so for me, what's really important, I guess, is having at least a couple of different options with different lenses. And so if it's like a cloudy day and there's no sunlight at all, like, I would definitely always choose a pair of sunnies that just allowed me to still wear sunglasses. So I wouldn't choose anything that was, like, I guess, really dark. You probably know the right terminology, Matt. But like something that let in still like a lot of light, I would wear on a cloudy day. And then obviously when it's sunny and nice outside, then I go for a much darker pair. But yeah, I have to wear sunnies all the time running. I hate not wearing them outside.
Yeah, so see people, should we call them raw dogging? They're just running without a hat, no sunnies, and it's like the middle of the day, and I think, oh my goodness, ouchie owies.
When it's sunny, that must be the worst, trying to squint.
It's not being able to see where you're going.
Do you know one other thing? I agree with Nick as well, obviously, in terms of sort of light and the brightness. But last night I was running and it was getting almost dark. I still had my sunnies on, and I was like, it would actually be good to have almost a clear pair on because of the midges that were flying and the flying ants. And I was just getting covered in these little black midges and flying ants. And I know when you run around Lake Munga and that sort of thing, it's the same. So have to have something on at all times, regardless of, daylight, nighttime. Yeah.
And like, especially when you're going, like, if you're trying to run faster or doing an interval session, like,
it's still,
you have them on.
Yeah. I had this exact same thing, Matt, when I went running here. I think it must have been last Wednesday, whatever it was, but it was full midgie town. So I put my sunnies on and I ran home, took my sunnies off, and I had midgie's forehead.
Yeah.
It's everywhere, but my eyes.
Just had the eyes, panda eyes, yeah.
Those midgies are so weird. Like, it just feels like they just all hatch at once.
Yes.
And like they just all of a sudden appear, and then they go just as quick.
I think they do though, don't they? There's something like that. They are terrible. And you can't then, when you cop a first one, you're running with like your mouth closed because you're just getting them in the mouth. So then you're like...
and then you get one in your eye and you're like, mouth shut, eyes are shut. Like,
This is where that breathing technique comes in, Kate, that we were talking about. Nesta, through the nose, out through the mouth.
I love it. Well, I kind of feel like maybe we could touch on the back strength and the core strength one next episode, because I feel like this has been a really good in-depth one, so we can include that next time.
Definitely.
But do we have anything else that we want to include for any of our listeners when it comes to running gear, anything?
what about hats? Do you guys wear hats?
That's good. I'm not a big hat girl because I spend a lot of time doing cool running.
Go get my pink one. I've got a favourite hat, and it's got these little pockets on the top here for your sunglasses. So Matt's just gone to get it because it's like my favourite hat. And when you start those marathons that are early in the morning, you don't want to be wearing your sunglasses, but you need to put them somewhere. So these hats have like little pockets.
It's hanging up. Okay.
Yes.
Little pockets here.
Yep.
For your arms of your sunglasses.
So, in the morning when you start a marathon and you literally, it's, still pretty dark, you tuck them in, you get your glasses on the head, they're not going to fall off.
Ah, that's genius.
And then obviously, different colours, you get black ones as well.
What?
Same thing.
That is so
Yeah.
genius. Again, why do brands not think of this? What brand is this?
This is Two and New. So Two and New are actually offering them now on their website.
So they're $59.99 on their website. So
Yeah.
if you were to use our discount code, you'd receive 20% off.
Wow, that is
And they're
genius.
also quite flexible, so you can like slip it into your pocket, or if you're using it for like something else.
Yeah, that is very cool. That is actually genius. I just thank you. I just got Nick to go and grab my running hat because, like all the cool kids, which I am not, because as Rochelle and I said, we're old. I thought I would join in the trend because everyone has these fractal hats, right? Okay, so I was like, yeah, cool. I've got to say, it's nice and light, but everybody looks cool in them except for me. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't
What
wear
about
them.
me?
You don't look cool.
No, I
in
don't
yours?
look cool in mine.
How, look at if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're not, I'll screenshot it and put it on Instagram.
Nah.
So you wear that with your fluoro yellow outfit and Nick's like, way to go, right?
This does not work.
I'm exactly the same. It would have been a waste of money for me to buy one.
I don't understand.
Classic.
Look at me. Like, what? I'm the kid that's going to get bullied at school because I've got
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air vibes right there.
Like, I don't understand, but I've got it on normally. Okay, my ponytail is through what I call the ponytail hole, and it just,
You just don't have a big enough head.
I don't. I must say, you can see this flabby bit here because I have everything on the smallest setting. So maybe I need kids' hats. Maybe that's what I need. Because anyway, I don't understand because people wear them. They post their race photos. They look good. Kate buys one, not cheap, spends money, looks like an idiot. So that's why I don't wear them racing because I like my race photos and no one wants to look like this in a race photo.
No, that's not like a marathon
The
hat.
side on view is better than the front view.
Marathon one.
The side on view's better.
Yeah. But you can't have all your photos looking like that.
It's just bad, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
it's really, the more I look at it, the worse it gets. If I tilt my head down a smidge, you can't even see my face, which I suppose is the point. But anyway,
I don't even think magpies would go for you, Kate. Like, maybe that's a good thing, right?
Do you know what? This could be in runner safety. Everyone would be like, my God, what an idiot.
Anti-sweeping hats.
This is, maybe we've come up with a solution here. I love
Could
it.
be.
I was trying to think. Oh, headbands is the other thing as well. I can't wear running headbands anymore because I just like only if it's in the 0 degrees will I consider one. Then I usually take it off and put it around my wrist. But also a lot of them don't stay in place. So headbands is,
Put too much pressure on your head as well.
yeah, that's a negative.
What are those icy, those cooling ones that some of the nice...
They work.
Yes.
They're
Do
meant
they?
to be very good. Yes,
Yeah.
they are meant to be very, very good. Actually, I was looking at them this morning.
Yeah.
They are very good for if you're running
Yeah, right.
competitions. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got one. I haven't used it, but if Bustleton is hot this year, I'll certainly use it.
Will you really? Cool.
Well, they're supposed to.
Might have to try it for
Yeah, no,
sample.
'cause they're really
I
good.
think it's pretty much a given that they're going to help. So
Will
I
it
don't-
last you 12 years?
no, I don't think so. I think
One
they've got-
race.
I don't know.
They do, don't
I don't
they?
know how much use you can get out of them, but yeah, I think they are kind of a consumable thing.
Because they're uber expensive. They weren't even available commercially online, were they?
No,
Like,
they were
now
pro
they
only
are.
for a while, and then I think they did
Yeah,
a very
okay.
small run for some people. But now I think they're available. They're available. Yeah.
Yes, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, if
Food for
any of our
thought.
listeners have any thoughts on things, we're always open. I'm always happy to spend money I don't have on things I don't need. If it's sports clothes. So anyone has suggestions, you can message Rochelle and I on Instagram. Also, feel free to reach out to us. We'll pass the message on to Nick and Matt as well if there's anything for the boys.
I don't think anyone's going to be desperate for my my input.
I was about to say, if anybody wants to get Nick gift vouchers for Christmas towards new running clothes, like, I think
You remind me of one of those people, Nick, that would you take your pillow wherever you go. Are you one of those people?
No, I've never done that, honestly.
You take your
I've
same
never
running
done-
singlet wherever you go, but not your
Yes,
pillow.
basically.
Just the
Yeah.
important things.
I think it's more a personality thing than anything else. Like I'm the same with like t-shirts and stuff like
Undies.
that. Like clothes that that are still good. Like I just can keep them for a long time. I'm not a shopper. And maybe that's
Clearly.
also largely a male thing, but I'm not so keen on shopping. So if I was going and getting more sports clothes, it'd probably be online. So yeah, gift vouchers, perfect. Yeah.
But also, he's not a shopper, so I say, I'll go do it for you. I'll go buy you new outfits. I'll go buy you new stuff. And he's like, no, I don't need it. I'm like, but no, you do. Not a question. That was not a question. I just leave it, just let it be. Like, it's fine,
Yeah.
So,
Love it.
So good.
awesome.
Well, thank you, Nick, and thank you, Matt, for joining us today.
Thanks for having
That
us.
was good fun. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You're more than welcome. And make sure you subscribe and follow us on whichever device you use or tune in to listen to your podcasts. Make sure you also follow us on Instagram. We're like one person short of 300 followers.
Come on, follow.
I know.
Surely.
But yes, thank you, Kate. And we will get into that episode on back strength and core strength next time.
Sounds good. Yeah, thank you to all our listeners. This is episode number 14 now, where we're on a roll. Woohoo!
So good. Let's keep the conversation going.
Bye.